I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Revenge.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
Bill still hasn't.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at
Oh, okay.
this rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber. All yours, Torgal. Finished. All yours, Torgal. Sick.
It's a grave. Where did they say they were? Well, not that matters because I can't go to those places right now. Ow, hello?
All yours, Torgal. girl. Run like the wind. Come on. All right.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. Fare you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think we're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. But back then...
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on. You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, a new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through them.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apology, we've seen these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. Time to fight.
Oh, is that a chest? Oh.
my mother's men.
Key, goblin coin. Oh no.
Blood, Clive.
A lot.
Still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. Why then? We owe you out. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge.
Say that again.
Says it again.
I'll show you a true Brazarian. Give me thunder! Morgul, kill!
Oh, damn. I haven't seen that finisher before. That's cool.
tell me what I want. Who are you looking for?
Your friends have been far. They await you in all.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
I don't think I can do anything at 395.
Find something, boy. Death.
Love death.
Found her.
Oh my god. Awful.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Another one? fucking awful. Dude, holy shit, man. Village is fucking decimated.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I did, Mummy. I could hear.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
That's fucked up. Honor the 250th anniversary of the grand founding of the Grand Dutch.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
All yours, Torgal. All yours, Torgal. Safe. Torgal, kill!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Okay, I can go in there at some point, just not now.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough for everything!
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand!
Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Ah, so we must force our way in.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Awkward. Level up. Oh wow, I'm like so close. Oh, yep, no, there we go. 29, 27. Wow, I'm. Really didn't remember what level I
I've
was.
only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Wade?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It's fucking Wade! No way he lived!
It is. Sir Wade.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
We can speak inside.
Sorry for beating up your guys. Kind of.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
Fuck yeah, dude. I can't believe Wade's alive. What a beast.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Dude, look at him. A royal shield of Rosaria, though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix City, he somehow survived not only the disaster, but the imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus and formed the Guardians of the Flame, brothers in arms who fight for the restoration of the duchy. A clandestine group of ducal loyalists who lead the rebellion against the imperial occupation of Rosaria and Empress Annabella. Many of their number are drawn from those who survived the imperial attack on Phoenix City in the year 860, who know full well the Empire's involvement in the duchy's fall. They make their home in the Bane of Lazarus district outside Port Isolde, from where they conduct their raids to free bearers from the imperial yoke.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
That's crazy that he's still alive.
I imagine this will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. As you wish, my lord.
Buy some of these.
Of course, my lord. Will that be all? Of course, my lord. Such goods cannot simply be given away, as I'm sure you are aware.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill for...
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
Sir Wade.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant them putting an end to...
And so we shall.
Hey, look at this dude.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come on.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
You all better take it.
mighty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
I wanted them to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Ah, Dragoon.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
He's big.
So Wade,
Found. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Come on!
I'm really bad at fighting Dragoons, apparently.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the...
Perhaps. She'll move swiftly to see her minion.
And then it will all... I often wonder if the nation... Her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every... Yet be that as it may, it is still... For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So Wade,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcement? A sound strategy,
He's so different now.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, where he would be of no use to it, and so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something. It's the mark of the Guardians. Does...
You accept the burnt blade.
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that you do. I don't... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Zoe. If there is ever anything you need...
I know.
The legend. Or I sold. Sold they? I sold the. I'm just here.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him, and means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
It's like something they did when he was a kid.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge.
Oh, he's crying.
once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Aww.
Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
This guy probably has like spies on, like eyes on him at all times.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Oh, the Final Fantasy theme in the back. Love it.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Wrong, Jill.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Eat that.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Coming, Torgal, or are you just, okay.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably... Make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? It's Valis. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no... Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? On from spit roasts to sweetmeats. This book has them all.
If it's my blessing, you'll hope.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. But you're made of sterner stuff.
Something...
Fantastic!
So...
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the... The only problem is that while the recipe is extreme... A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make...
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout...
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know some.
Oh, monster.
It's taking quite a while.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on, then. Is that all?
Technical nobles.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? All done?
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
There are new billets being put.
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been... Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to put... Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear.
Fine.
I knew you'd done it.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, wait a bit, then head...
Unlocking something. So that's a good sign.
How did we never hear about these guardians?
They never heard about us, I expect.
I could have sworn we had a few. Long time no see, Clive.
What are you doing? You're supposed to do this, not this.
What's it got to... August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk.
I told you not to stick your nut.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know. Please, mate.
Not the sort of thing you...
Why didn't you tell it?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now there. You got what you came...
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to go... If he has doubts, it will affect his work.
I couldn't have...
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy.
Too bloody...
Glad to hear it.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it already. I didn't think Blackthorn cared for it, but it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour.
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, he don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out.
I see.
He did tell me something. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffins.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse break now. Where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somebody...
Thank you, Karen.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin.
I'll leave the hunting to you. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the market.
Good idea.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I'd bad this time. I've grown rather fond of the old place.
Ah, welcome. Unwanted violets. If you...
Why, you're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, and even if they were.
Do these...
I dare say they do.
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against. I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Where were these at? Let's look. We've got Norvent, Westgate, Broken Hilt, and Clearview. Broken Westgate.
Good day to you.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Ugh.
No mistakes. Time to fight. You deserve a rest. Ready, go? Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Ugh.
The murder will have to wait. Vogel, look sharp.
Got him.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you
Don?
can tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade. And
in that case,
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. You send your black...
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn.
B. I can't. So we need to go to other side. I'm doing these hunts. I wanna...
Slavers don't even bother.
Guys, we're all ready.
I can see it from here.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Boom! Man, this game's pretty good, you know.
Rest well. I know I will.
Alright, and oh, where's this last one at? If I went to the right. Broken Hill, Rosaria. Wrong button. Broken Hill, Broken Hills. Broken Hills. There.
Damn bandits. You'll regret coming here.
You losers.
Be safe.
Yeah, I still can't do anything with that.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Be safe.
Level 30. Level up? I think so. Bonk. Yep. 28, right? Oh yeah, brother.
Oh, there aren't any more of them.
Hell yeah. Upgrade something.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear?
Same way they never.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are. Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I could have sworn we had a few.
Did you find?
I did indeed.
Marvelous. Let's
ow.
see. What am I supposed to do with this?
You wouldn't be wrong.
Into the pot it goes. I present. Chance grab a spoon, Sid.
I'm none.
Well, it'll be too.
Guy just dies.
Odin's teeth, and yet it takes a moment to recover. I must share this gift. I won't rest a single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding.
Someone help this man and his taste buds. He requires help.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You're joking.
Leather.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
It's a good few times, too. And that's no ordinary this...
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Here, Clive.
Camille.
I thought there ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, but our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret. The details of which...
Then we better keep this close to our chest.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did.
It's good to have you back, Black.
Just don't expect me to go turn. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something... Anyway, enough narrowing.
Hell yeah.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
No problem. What did I unlock? Oh. Cool. Drake Slayer's built recipe.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
Oh, Electrum. Comes from a hunt monster, it appears.
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. Anything else?
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the blood and dust.
Helmix and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs. But another wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were meant to lay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. My Lord Marcus, I ask once again for you to free my men for your welcome back to the Lazarus, but certainly you understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In a short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into still one of those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who lost that night are still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. Wade. Hey, lad from the yard ran up on basket of Martells just this morning. Tony and Chris was the morning reason where I told myself I was only going to have one, but I what else? Listen to old Otto, I don't have to either. Hila and Nigel was letting know they've done a fine job. Was the time catching them, but Sid supping on these, well, for their foul bite. But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented. Our ability to make it on our own. Look at us now. Sid would be proud. All. Somewhat stunted, somewhat sweet apple grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and preference of one woman, Martel. Though she has lost her life from the wound she sustained in Kupka's attack on the hideaway, her legacy lives on in the saplings she saved from the ruin. I think it might be time. What time is it? 1:30. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'll go to bed, see if I can try and get up a little earlier tomorrow, and then we'll once again be playing this all day. Probably won't finish it as much as I would love to, but we'll definitely go through it. So yeah, I will be back in the morning with more FF16. Have a good night.